I remember last season when Tyson Chandler had remarks about Love's defense, and Love just brushed it off. It's something he's heard before and has followed him even in his rise to the highest ranks of the NBA.
And I think it's been a bit of an overhyped and overstated problem for him. I mean, he's got so much more on the court than people think. I don't think he'll ever be an NBA All-Star defender, but he's more than capable of holding his own at that end of the floor.
Right side, Martin. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Here's Pekovic. That's good. Pekovic has got 6.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Rubio with a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta.
You know, they've been doing an excellent job, Kevin, on the offensive boards here, keeping the ball alive and then converting those second chances when they get them.
Back to James. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 6 points for LeBron.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Blocked. The dive for the ball. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Jang, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Kane comes in for Kevin Garnett. Gary Neal's checked in for Kevin Martin. And Levine subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Now, here is Irving. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
And what stood out to me in particular was his gorgeous playmaking out there. He was finding his teammates in great positions to score.
No one near James as he lets it go. And he gets the jumper to drop. James has got 8 points.
A little lucky, frankly, but they did get it to go.
Out left to the wing. Neal. Releases from the wing and drills it. On the wing, Irving. Averaging 22 points a game. And that one's good. 32 seconds left in the first. Kicks to Neal. Passes to Payne. No good from outside.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
The Cavaliers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. First one falls for him. And the Timberwolves making a change here. And it's tied up with that one.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason he's such a good all-around player.
Here's Levine. Boom, he jams it straight down.
How about that? Snuck in off the baseline and then the sensational reverse jam.
How pretty was that? You're right. Athletic basketball. Clark with a little bit of flair mixed in.
I like that flavor.
Flavor. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Minnesota on top. They lead by 2. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
And I like what they've done offensively, really attacking the rim, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And guys, they've been the aggressor early. I mean, attacking the hoop and getting into the paint, that can make the game really easy for you.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. Kyrie Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Mozgov in at the 5. Rome in the paint. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, the Cavs' David Blatt, the first ever NBA head coach directly hired from the international ranks. Though he grew up near Boston, a die-hard Celtics fan, he represents all the aspiring NBA coaches from abroad, saying, quote, "I feel a great sense of responsibility. I feel like I've got to do a good job." Kevin, he's certainly got the personnel to do it.
A roster loaded with talent, Doris. Indeed. Thank you.
You know, Kevin Love is not just a great rebounder. He's one of the most complete offensive players in the league. He scores down low. He can make threes. There's not much he doesn't do offensively.
Minnesota making a switch here. Garnett's checked in. Neal's shot is off. And a wide open look for James. Rebound, Minnesota.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there. Kevin Love with great footwork and balance inside and out. On the perimeter, he can hit threes on the move. Inside, knows how to use his pivot foot and use up fakes to get himself to the foul line.
It's LeBron with the drive.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
And Kevin Love drawing fouls in bunches, and Clark shoots a high percentage at the stripe.
Yeah, and he's an outstanding passer out of double teams too, Kevin. I mean, he really is a force. And he does it efficiently and low to the ground. You know, he's not a high-rising guy, but highly skilled.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
Some changes for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Jang. And Wiggins is subbed in for Gary Neal. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And Rubio kicks to Martin. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists in the game. James outside. Here's Irving. Love wide open. He fires. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
They're hovering around 50% of the game in three-pointers. That's pretty good. But they've really elevated here in the second quarter. They're absolutely stroking it from outside. I mean, textbook perfect. Good balance, nice high release, splash.
Deflects the pass. And stolen by Pekovic. Martin with it. Now guarded by Sean. Garnett trying to break loose. And it's Pekovic missing.
Well, certainly a story here at the Target Center is the ongoing $100 million renovation to the building. Split 50-50 between the team and the city of Minneapolis. And that's great news for Timberwolves fans.
Rubio, the pass to Wiggins.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. Here's LeBron. And he uses the glass on the layup. LeBron's got 4 this quarter.
That lead should be safe if they keep shooting like this.
Well, they're on fire. I mean, they're absolutely on target and looking to pad that scoring total, too.
Irving drives in. Here's Shumpert. Puts one up from 19.
Ill-advised shot selection right there, Clark.
It really was. I mean, very low percentage shot there.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Mozgov dishes to Love. Shumpert in the corner. Puts up a 3. Another miss by Shumpert.
I'd like to see them go 2 for 1 here.
I would, too. They need to make this a quick possession and a fruitful one, too.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
They sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Irving for 3.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder. You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
Left side, Irving. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Timberwolves lead by 3. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
It's been a great game for Irving tonight. He's got 16 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or two.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
You know, he spoils us with his performances game in and game out, and so far, just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here.
Rubio and Martin manning the back. Wiggins is out there with Garnett, and it's Pekovic in the center position. That's the group starting the second half for Flip Saunders. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Thank you, Kevin. Andrew Wiggins was the second consecutive Toronto native taken first overall in the NBA draft. He called it a great thing, saying before this, no player from Canada has been #1, and now we have 2 back-to-back #1s. So it's a huge accomplishment. It just opens so many more doors for all the kids in Canada. Guys, back to you.
It's something else, all right. Thank you, Doris. Dellavedova kicks to Smith. The dish to Dellavedova. Cleveland moving it around. Thompson with the bucket. And the Timberwolves call time.
Well, he looks like he wants to toy around with some of their sets and matchups here.
You know, I don't think you can afford to go through a whole game doing the same thing over and over, and you have to be able to adjust on the fly, just like he's doing here.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Jang, he's checked in for Garnett. Gary Neal comes in for Kevin Martin. And Levine subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Tries a 3. Levine can't hit. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Pekovic. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
If you just look at the numbers, you are not seeing the real impact of Kendrick Perkins. I mean, he is just this mountain at the rim as a protector of the paint. And it really makes it hard for opponents to get easy shots because of his presence.
Oh, that's blocked. And now running up the court, Miller pushing it up. Here's Smith. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. Here's Levine. That's good. Levine's got his second bucket tonight. You know, Steve, with Perkins, the defense at the rim might be the best thing he brings to the table. He is a solid defensive player for sure all around, but his ability to make life miserable on inside shots is special.
Well, I think he's one of the...
Ridiculous. Tore it down that time. I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair in a close game.